Good morning, YouTube. Um, on a couple of days ago, I decided to just speak to my retirement board to see what my options are, and this is why you have to have a plan in place when you're younger. So at 22 years old, when I got with the city, I joined the 401k, the Roth 401k, also the pension, and I know Social Security is made. While everybody's saying it's not going to be there, automatic that comes out your check. So I decided that this week I wanted to speak to my financial advisor just to see, what it looks like in retirement, and some of the things that he was telling me. He's telling me check these boxes off and check these boxes off, and I check out all the boxes he told me to check. And then he came out and says to me, "Well, you seem like you already had a financial advisor in place." I said, "No, I didn't have a financial advisor in place. What happened?" He said, "Well, all the boxes you checked off, you already have in place." I said, "Yeah." He said, "You have the Roth, you have the 401k, you have your pension, Social Security, and I see some other stuff that you've been accumulating." I said, "Yeah, because the day I got this job, I planned to retire." So let me say it again. The day that I started this job, I already planned to retire. So all these things I've put in place. So now I'm almost at the end of this journey with this thing called work. And you know, he sat down and told me, well, you really don't have any options because you already put all those options in play. And you know, who taught you these things? So, well, I had a friend of mine who, came from the military, and he was telling me these are the things I needed to do. But as a young mind, I didn't think about it. But, he kind of coached me through it and told me why these things were needed. He said, because if you plan to stay here, why walk away with nothing? So he took me down to the pension board and the NICERS, and set me up with the Roth and also the 401k. But this is back in 1993. So think about it. I'm getting ready to move on to my next journey in life, and I'm very financially secure. We have another home that we're going to sell, for quite a good penny. And now is the part where, with all this money you have to now not only invest it, but set it up into an account where you pay yourself monthly, right? So you're not working technically, but your money still has to work for you. And this is the best way to do it, to where every month a check is being sent to you to take care of your financial needs. Now, by the time we retire, our homes will be paid off, which is another 2 years. And, basically we are now on smooth riding. So my thing to everybody right now is that get into some of these government jobs, set up your 401k, your Roth IRA, your pension, and and this is what's going to happen for you, right? You could actually borrow after 5 to 6 years, maybe, a little bit more than that. You could take out the money out of that and have the down payment for your home. But remember now, America is running credit. And the most important thing about America is that you must have a good enough credit score to buy a home. For me, living in an apartment was not a way of life that I was going to do. I didn't want nobody living above me or beneath me or besides me, because if anything happened to their property, I'm out. So while you may say, well, if you live in a house, the same thing could happen, but your home is insured to where you could rebuild it, not could, will rebuild it, and, fix it back up the way that you want it, or this way it was before it was burned, depending on the damage. But to me, it was never an option have living in an apartment. I did not want to live in an apartment. So you guys, now I'm telling you young people that this is the time where you guys should be focused on getting a governmental job, okay, and getting into the 401k, the Roth IRA, your pension and Social Security, because in 30 years from now, when you decide to retire, you could be financially secure for yourself. So my videos that I'm making, I tell people that a free thinker thinks for themselves, and somebody who's not a free thinker have other people think for them. So don't have anybody think for you. Think for yourself and set up your own financial security, so that when you become my age, and I still look good for my age, as I could say, I still look good for my age, that you could take care of yourself and your family. And I say your family, I mean my wife. So this is what this was all about, is making sure that she's financially secured once we decide to retire, because I don't want nothing happen to me and she's not financially secured. Also, one of the biggest bulk of your bill is going to be your medical. So you should start searching for what's going to happen after you retire, because your medical bill is going to be very important. So to YouTube and everyone, I say have a happy Sunday, and I'll see you guys later. And again, Again, this is what I'm saying. This is my new thing. I'm going to tell everybody: a free mind think for themselves, an enslaved mind have everybody else think for them. Don't have an enslaved mind. Have a free mind. Think for yourself. Have a good day, YouTube.